This is my project proposal. I have specialised in photography as this is something I'm really passionate about and could see myself doing in the future. In the last 3 projects, I have improved my skills experimenting with darkroom and digital photography techniques. Throughout the whole of my time in college, my strengths have been researching and responding to research to make the best outcomes. I am great at print and print techniques, such as using lino, heat press and screen printing. This is something I want to take further in this project. I really enjoyed cyanotypes in my last project and this is something I'd love to return to. I have improved my skills a lot in Photoshop and this is something I will continue to explore. I'm also going to do some photograms. My targets are to continue with finding my style and experiment with as many techniques as I can while keeping my style consistent. I aim to respond to my research well and use reflections to improve my work. I want to present my work creatively and produce the best outcomes I can. I plan to work in series to do this. Now, into the concept. The concept of my project itself. I want to explore how people see themselves and how people present themselves through fashion, music, and community. And I want to capture this through photography. This is a very personal project that will involve looking closely in the minds of people around me and myself. I aim to push myself by experimenting with lots of different types of photography and exploring the theme self through many different lenses, looking at portraits and personal objects. I will use extensive research to aid me through this. I learn best by making and experimenting. I like to sketch, take photos and edit. This is how I learn to push myself. I use research to expand on my initial ideas that I come up with through mind mapping and physical experimentation. I have not experimented with Polaroids yet and I aim to do this project. I also want to return to stitch and physically editing photos this way. Another process I'd like to try again is cyanotypes, and this is something I really enjoyed last time. I also like the idea of using UV lights and experimenting with light. Weekly, I will plan in my reflective journal and add this to my PowerPoint. I will also reflect on each day in my reflective journal and stay on top of the work I do. I will stick to a rough time schedule but mainly use reflection to plan and execute my work. I will also use peer review and feedback from lecturers to improve. My key influences are Jim Golden, Cindy Sherman and Positive Poison. I'm also heavily inspired by music. I will use videos, books, websites and surveys to do research. I also have planned some gallery visits. I will reflect on this work of others and use this to explore processes. The formative assessment is the 30th of March 2025. I will use this feedback to grow and expand on my work. The end date of this is the 12th of May. So I will plan my outcomes and execute them by this time. Now, about evaluation. When evaluating my work, I will use weekly reflections and planning in my reflective diary and my PowerPoint to improve my work. I will use peer review to build on ideas and see areas that I can improve to make my work the best it can be. Feedback from lecturers is also very important to expand my knowledge and build on ideas. My midterm assessment will also give me a good idea of where I am and how I can improve. I will also make ongoing notes when experimenting so I know what to improve next time. This has been helpful in the past and will be helpful in the future.